Blessings, divinity. Okay, listen, y'all. Let me get situated. Okay, let me get situated because we're going live on Facebook today, too. Remember that came in? It came in. So that's what we're going to do. All right, y'all. Let's see. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Mom. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I feel like moving these pillows out of the way. Out of the way. Okay, there we go. I'm all tiny on this couch. It's funny. I feel like the big comfy couch. You guys remember that 90s show, The Big Comfy Couch? Anyways, my younger son, when he was little, he used to watch it. Now I feel like I'm super far away. Ooh. Okay, let me get logged in Facebook and quit playing. Let me quit being my silly self. Well, I'm never going to quit being my silly self, but let me get us logged into Facebook. Let's see. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who all is on? Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know who's here and let us know where you're watching from too. Let's see. All right, bear with me, y'all. So, you guys, I got something to share, okay? And I'm gonna tell you something. What happened? What happened was, okay, so Deasia, are you on? Hey Tasha. Hey Deasia. I see you. Hey TK. You guys go ahead and follow African Rum Punch and Psychic Deasia. Go ahead and follow them. So Deasia, I'm about to post it right now on Facebook and I put the link is in the comments. Can you put it in the comments so it's there? But anytime you direct anyone here, share it again. So copy, paste, make it easy for it. Let's see, spiritual hour to engage in conversation on YouTube, link in bio. Okay. So TK, you remember when we got our direction, right? And so mine is going live on my page too, right? So I'm doing it. And we're live. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live for Spiritual and Power Hour. So you guys, here's the announcement. I am officially an empty nester. Woo! Can we celebrate that? Because it feels so amazeballs. Yeah, everything moved faster than expected, but I'm so grateful. And here's the beautiful thing is that where I'm at, and those of you in the Soul family, you've heard me share this, but for those of you that did not hear, I'm gonna share. So when I was deciding on this building, I was like, I'm manifesting that building. And even though they ended up signing me up for a different building, when they called to get my income verification, I was like, do you have anything available in that building? And they did, because it has the view that I like, right? And I'm just so grateful because we master manifestors. Literally, I was like, I'm manifesting that building. So yeah, so I'm officially an empty nester. My boys, we still have our old place until October 28th. My boys moving to their place on the 14th. So send them some positive vibes and some good energy as they embark on this new chapter. My older son, he's had his own place. He moved to Texas for a whole heck of too long, being too far away from me, right? But my younger son, this is his first time. They're actually going to be rooming together, which I'm happy about. So yeah. Thank you, y'all. It feels good. My girlfriend asked me, she came over and she was like, are you sad a little bit? Are you missing? I was like, not at all. Not at all. They're literally going to be like 4 minutes away. So they can still come for dinner, like, no, I'm loving it, right? I'm excited. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining us for Spiritual and Power Hour. For those of you that are new, welcome. We do this live every first Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I was guided to start going live on my Facebook channel. For those of you that are on Facebook, I have the phone down and I'm not looking at the comments. So I recommend you join us on YouTube so you can engage in the conversation. Okay. And if you guys invited anyone, they just have to stay for the message. At the end of the general message, I'll see who was invited. If you have at least a 3-person minimum that's here, new, and you have the most people, you get a free 30-minute phone reading with me. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tasha. I appreciate you. So let's see what message Spirit has for us. Ooh, I was saying when I first got on, I feel like that show from the 90s, Big Comfy Couch, because I feel hecka small sitting here. Okay. Ooh, I like. Are we pulling from that other deck too? Let's see. Okay. But yeah, it feels good, you guys. I have been a mother November 7th for 28 years. And before my son was born, I had my own place briefly, but yeah, his dad and I lived together, and then he was born. So this is my first time like really being by myself. Can you see how happy I am? Anyways, let's get to the message. Okay, it says, there is only one light. There's only one light. And we also have wellness. Hey, Megan, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. How are you? And we also have seek guidance. Seek guidance. Okay, so we have 3, 6, and 6, which is 6 and 6 is 12, which is 3. So, okay, here's what the 3 is letting you know. You're not alone, right? We talk about this a lot, how a lot of times it's like, let me do it. I'll do the heavy lifting. And Spirit's like, why? Why would you do that? Right? Why? When you have assistance, when you have guidance, right? There's only one light. And that light that Spirit is referring to right now is that light within. One of the big things that has been really prominent in our soul family lately is not being a people pleaser and being able to be your most authentic self and standing in your truth, right? Standing in your truth. So that inability to stand in your truth is connected so much with a fear of judgment, right? A fear of judgment. I was talking to one of my sisters in light today, and I was explaining to her as she was sharing some things with me, that I don't judge, right? When I was guided to stop judging myself and I made that choice to stop judging me is when I stopped judging others, right? So oftentimes this fear of judgment, it's rooted in that self-judgment. So when you ask yourself, why are you judging yourself? And what is the criteria of, deeming your judgment based on? Is it based on something that you formed or something that was passed along to you? Most often, when we're judging self and even others, it has nothing to do with what we truly believe, what we truly feel, right? It's something that was passed on to us. So, right now, it's time for you to honor the light within, and it's time for you to stop judging yourself and others, right? And definitely stop fearing judgment, because you are perfect, whole, and complete. You were made in the image of God. And my grandmother used to say, God don't make no mistakes, right? So it's time for you to embrace your inner light, embrace your inner divinity, and just shine. Just shine. Stop overthinking what your next move is going to be. Today, I had someone ask me what to say in a situation they've been guided to confront, right? And I said, well, the same way you tap in the spirit, if you're going to give a message, is the same way you speak in these situations where you're at a loss for words or where you're stepping out of your comfort zone, right? You can send peace to the situation. You can tell Spirit, thank you for guiding my words, my steps. Thank you for opening my heart, right? Opening theirs. But as far as what to say, it's time to stop overthinking how you show up. It's time to just be, right? It's time to just be. And the people that are meant to be in your life, they will be. And those where their presence has run its course, let them go, right? They're holding up space that's meant for someone that is meant to be in your life right now. Life is about cycles, but sometimes we're holding on too tight and it keeps us stuck in this stagnant frequency that doesn't allow us to elevate beyond where we are, right? And your soul agreed to big things. And Spirit is like, now is your time to shine. So stop playing small, stop hiding in the shadows, right? And get to being your true, authentic self. You're beautiful as you are. I have a delivery coming, so that's on so that when they ring the gate, I can let them in. So let's see what y'all are saying. CC and the 10-second tidy. Hey, Diamond. Okay, you guys, go ahead and follow Barbara B. Carter. Follow her too. Okay, listen, we have wellness, 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 wellness. We're being called to be in a space of activating our mind, body, soul wellness. I was going through my memories today and I had created a post. I believe it was in 2022, I believe. And I was talking about how much energy we put into making sure our outward appearance looks good, right? As a collective. But we're not really putting that same energy into making sure our inner temple, the outer temple, yeah, we got the lawn mowed, the shutters are painted, right? We got a big, beautiful door. But when you walk inside, it's raggedy as fuck, right? It's time for us to get out of that mindset that it's important on how we look, but how we feel comes secondary. We're being called to create balance where mind, body, and soul is aligned with wellness, right? It's aligned with wellness. So often we're in autopilot mode because we're not taking that time out to really pause and say, how do I feel, right? I went live in the Soul Family today and this came up about literally taking that moment to ask yourself, how do you feel today? Right? Paying attention to what you're feeling so you know when you're out of whack, right? So you know when it's time to tidy up your inner temple, right? Because even when you're in that maintenance stage, right? Whether it's active healing or maintenance phase of healing, whatever the case may be, sometimes your temple is going to get dusty, right? Like for instance, today, now I don't wear shoes, right? In my house, haven't since I got my own place way back before I was out of the teens, right? And so literally, I dusted the floor today, and you would be like, okay, where did this come from? Because the temple, our inner temple, sometimes it gets dusty and it requires a good old dusting, right? So it's about us paying attention to that. Spirit is just encouraging you to take the focus off of the things that someone else told you matters and really focus on what truly matters, right? How are you feeling today? I'm asking you for real. How are you feeling today? And don't say, oh, I'm okay, because that's our normal response. Like, really, how are you feeling? Feel how you're feeling before you answer. How are you feeling today? You know, oftentimes people ask, but they don't really care. I care. How are you feeling? Right? How are you feeling? And it's important that you care, right? It's important that you care. So there's a question that just came in. How are you showing up in this world as a light? How are you showing up in this world as a light? Oftentimes we feel this pressure when we realize who we are and what our calling is. And I'm here to tell you, release the pressure, right? Release the pressure. It came in that first message. How do you show up as a light? You show up by being you, right? Every aspect of you, be you at your core, be you, free of self-judgment, free of fear of judgment, right? Just be you. That's how you shine your light. Because your secret sauce, that's all your own, your little secret ingredient that makes you you, can't nobody do that. And it's so many, listen, these metaphors are crazy today because I'm hearing there's so many souls that's waiting for your secret sauce to put on their burger. Their burger is their awakening, right? They're waiting for you to just share your secret sauce, you authentically, so that they can have permission to be them and so that they can shine. It's a ripple effect, right? It's a ripple effect. Let me see. My mom said, I'm feeling grateful today. I'm feeling grateful today. Me too. Me too. Look, we have seek guidance. Seek guidance, right? It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for assistance, right? You've gotten yourself thus far, and sometimes that it takes a village. It's not just about children, right? Because we are all infants in our journey. When we start our journey, we start as infants, right? And even as grown folk, it takes a village. It takes a village. So it's okay to reach out and allow those that love you to hold space, right? our sister Shamika has said it best, and I'm gonna do my best to quote her. It's been years, but she was saying, you know, like the hills and the valleys, right? And when you're in the valley, allowing your sisters to hold space for you, right? And some of us, our village is not just our sisters in light. Some of it's our family, it's our brothers in light too. But the bottom line is, those that Spirit has placed in your life, right, to be there to love you, to assist you. Sometimes the strong one has to get out of their own way and be open to receiving that assistance, right? Thank you. It's important. It's important for you to be able to receive the assistance. You can't be the only one there to assist, right? Your vessel will get tired. Your vessel will get out of whack. And if you're not in this complete state of wellness, you're no good to yourself or anybody else, right? So yeah, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card. How are y'all feeling? I only got one person that told me how they feeling. How are y'all feeling today? TK said Atlanta, but Brooklyn's in the house. Tennessee, but the Bay Area's in the house. Okay, we have remembrance. Okay, and you guys, when I'm looking at this card, the thing that's coming in, you know, I've played this song, I've shared it on my Facebook, but in the Soul Family, it gets shared a lot. And it's that song, Remember Who You Are, right? I'll share it again today. This song, that song, it is so amazing, boss. It just brings such a peace, right? And it's about you remembering who you are on a soul level before the world taught you who you should be, right? Before the world taught you how to show up, before the world told you what was acceptable, before the world made you look in the mirror and hate what you see, right? There's no mistakes. And as that was coming in, there's so many things that you've done in your life to get to this point. So many things that were necessary. There's so many things that I've done in my life to get to this point. So many things that were necessary. Had I, had you, had we not gone through those things, when the time comes for us to step up and serve, we wouldn't be equipped, right? We wouldn't be equipped, because even when we're spirit led, having experiences allow us to have empathy, right? And when I say spirit led, I mean in how we serve, right? When I serve, it's all spirit led. You only get me when spirit says, okay, now tell them about that one time, what had happened was, right? But everything is me being guided. But had I not had certain experience, I would lack empathy, right? And the soul in its most human form requires empathy in order to reconnect to its divinity. It requires empathy. So it's time for you to remember who you are. And how do you get there, right? How do you get there? There's been big conversations about your parts, right? There are different parts of you that show up at different times. When you're afraid, that is a part showing up. A part that experienced something way back in the day, as way back as yesterday, and as way back as birth to 7, right? And all them ages in between. And that part's not convinced that the decision that you're making is the best one. So it's going to show up in fear. It's going to show up in stress. It's going to show up in worry. It's going to show up in lack, right? And it's up to you to recognize when you're not showing up in your divinity. And it's up to you to say, okay, first of all, what are you feeling right now? Because I could feel it's off, because we feeling, so we recognize when things are off. What are you feeling right now? Right? And let that part speak to you. The part will speak if you allow it, if you give it a voice, right? And then when it reveals how it's feeling, the question is, where you are on your journey, how would you rather feel, right? What is your higher vibrational way of feeling? So you ask that part, what will it require for you to feel, right? And oftentimes that feeling is just the high vibe opposite of what it's feeling. And it's going to speak to you. And then you just going to do whatever that part is guiding you to do, right? Based on what it just shared, not what it's doing, like being afraid and all that, but it'll tell you. And then from your higher state, you know what to do next, right? You know what to do next. So it's important for you to just tap in and ask those questions, right? Tap in and ask those questions. Okay. So I just received to tell you, Don't be afraid of what's coming because the worst has already come, right? You're out of that worst part right now. It's connected to your choice to be done. You're out of the suffering, right? You're out of the suffering. That's not to say human stuff's not going to keep happening, but you are no longer in your lesson phase, right? It's no longer required. Now you're in the phase where spirit is like, allow me to guide you based on what your soul agreed to, right? Based on what you're choosing to experience. That heavy lifting, I got you. Just surrender, right? Turn it over, right? Life is about ease, and you've earned your stripes. So now get to the ease, right? Get to the ease. Stop struggling, stop fighting, right? And it starts with being you. I guess the theme of today is just be you, right? Just be you. Let's see what y'all are saying. Tasha said drained. Is there anything in particular that's making you feel drained, Tasha? How are you combating that? Are you resting? Are you allowing yourself space to rest? Is it a physical drain just from, life be lifing, or is it emotional, mental, spiritual? Barbara said, I'm feeling transformative. Yeah, that's amaze balls. That's amaze balls. Feel free to elaborate on what transformative feels like to you. For those that don't understand what that feels like, what does that feel like? Hey, Stephanie, welcome, welcome. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, what do you have for us today? And I always feel compelled to say this. Those of you that's here, you already know. When I'm shuffling these cards in my head, I'm saying highest light guides, angels, healers, teachers, wise ones, ascended masters, and helpful companions, all of highest light and love. Thank you for delivering a message that is rooted in highest light, love, and truth. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's important. It's a whole lot of YouTube readers and psychics and mediums, but it's important that whoever is doing any sort of reading for you, that they're channeling through highest light and love. Because if they're not, whatever energies they're welcoming in, when you allow them all up in your energy field, you're now exposed to that, right? And unlike highest light and love, those low vibrating entities and energies don't give a damn about your free will, right? So it's just important discernment, right? Trust, making sure it's a reader that you trust. It don't always have to be me, right? I just said follow Deasia, Diamond, y'all know TK, Sharon, right? Definitely trusted psychics, right? For sure. But yeah, just make sure that you're feeling, right? There's readers that I've seen on social platforms where I'll just feel like, it may look one way, but that, nah, it ain't of highest light love. Let me don't suggest this channel no more, right? Because I love getting readings. I have conversations with spirit all the time, but I still love getting readings, right? I just do. Ask me why, who knows? I just do. I can't explain it. But yeah, I just make sure that they have highest light and love. Okay, now back to the messages. This came in reverse, and it says enlightenment. Ooh, and it's number 43. 7. There we go, TK, with them 7s. So why is this in reverse? I just heard because you're blocking your enlightenment. Sometimes we get to a level and then we pause. And that pause turns into a full-on stop. Hammer time. Okay, it is hammer time because it's time for you to get to work, right? It's time for you to get out of that pause state. I'm not saying don't rest, but it's time to keep moving. Now I'm hearing keep on moving, don't, right? Keep on moving, don't stop. It's okay to rest, but don't stop, right? There's so much more on this journey. And those levels of enlightenment, they continue. As long as there's breath in your body, you continue to rise, right? You continue to rise. And as I'm saying that, I'm hearing new levels, new devils, right? And that's coming in as the mindset, right? The mindset as far as, hey, thank you. The mindset as far as why a lot of you are not allowing yourself to elevate beyond where you are, right? My son just walked in, y'all. My oldest son. Thank you, Sing. You can just put it on the floor. So yeah, that's coming in loud and clear. Oh, and as we're talking about enlightenment and elevation, did you bring the water? No. Oh, can you?
I have stuff to do.
Okay, thank
Mama's
you.
still home. You
Oh,
asked him to do it.
okay, thank you. Love you.
I have to just one more thing.
Okay. Um, bring it back. Bring it back. I just keep hearing new levels, new devils. Okay, thank you. So that's the fear, right? That's the fear that steps in. However, when you are reaching those new levels, because getting in that habit of remembering that you are not alone, you are not doing this alone, right? And remembering to be guided in everything you do. This has come up, y'all. When spirit guides you and tells you to go right, you just go right and you stay in that go right until spirit tells you to go straight, go left, or turn back around. A lot of times we'll be guided to do something, and then when we follow that guidance and we surrender, life starts to improve, life starts to elevate, and then we get excited. And because we may not be in the habit just yet of being 100% spirit led, we default back to let me do it, right? And then we're like, okay, this is good. Now I'm thriving, I'm vibing and thriving. So now what I'm about to do is I'm about to start making some decisions without consulting my co-pilot, right? And then oftentimes those decisions that we make without consulting our co-pilot is not in alignment with our agreement, right? And our agreement is not just consisting of what our soul agreed to. Our agreement is also consisting of the life that we're choosing to live as this human experience, right? Oh, me and spirit, we got soul contracts up the gang. We got human ones too, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this work, this light work, right? It's work. But here's what I choose. Here's what I choose to experience in this thing called life, right? I think I love this little life. That's what I choose to experience. So it's okay to have those contracts, but it's about you remembering to be guided every step of the way, right? And if you're not receiving another step, just pause, slow down, right? Slow down. It's okay to slow down. In fact, that's how you're going to not only feel with clarity, but you're going to hear, receive, know with clarity. When we move too fast, we miss things, right? So that's what this card is bringing to us. Let's see what you all are saying. Okay, good. Tasha said it's mental, emotional drain. I've been resting all day today. You know, one of the things that I would recommend is that exercise with the parts, right? Talking to your part and asking that question, what is draining you right now? Why are you feeling drained, right? And just see what you receive. Just see what you receive. Yeah. And then when you receive, ask what is it going to take to assist you with feeling energized? What's going to take for you to feel energized? Taking a time out to meditate every day is really important, where you just shut everything off inside your mind, just turn it off, right? And just breathe and just allow yourself to go into the void, right? Where there's nothing, but everything is there, everything, meaning spirit is able to speak to you, guide you, and direct you, right? It's time for a recharge and a reset. So Deja said, I'm feeling hopeful and excited. Woo woo. I'm excited for you, Deasia. Big things happening right now for you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What else is there? You guys, you know what? It's so funny because we're at the 4:30 mark, right? And y'all know this is called Empower Hour. This is the last card. And we always go way over. And one of the things Spirit has been telling me a lot of is be mindful of the time. Now, that time when we went way, way over, I got permission to do that. Okay. And I be loving when we have those moments. But it feels like we're at the end of our collective messages today, right? Last card or one more card? One more. And then we'll go into the readings. Okay. So we have divine animals. When I went live earlier, there was a message that came through about like hearing spirits speak and seeing spirits messages through nature, right? And so you may find that you're going to be seeing just little creatures. Like, for instance, I was in the car the other day, right? And there was a ladybug crawling on my umbrella. I keep my umbrella in the door of the car, right? And just ladybug just crawling there. And then the next day there was a ladybug on my window, and the next day there was and I'm just like, okay, I know what ladybugs represent, so I'm grateful, right? But these are ways that spirit is speaking to us. Our sister Serby saw a blue dragonfly in Vietnam, you know, and spirit is using animals to speak to us. So when you see an animal or an insect or a bird, is a bird an animal? That might sound silly, but is it? Because I'm for real, I don't remember. Is a bird an animal or is a bird a bird? It's an animal. Okay. But anyways, look it up. What does it represent? Look it up to see what it represents spiritually. Look it up to see what it represents as a spirit animal and get your message. Because as it was coming in, oftentimes we're so on go, or we are drained, right? We are exhausted, and that affects our ability to receive the way we normally would on an internal level. So spirit is going to use different avenues to speak to you, right? So don't look at things as just, oh, it's just an animal. Nope, look it up, right? Go ahead and look it up so you can get that message, because spirit ain't gonna stop speaking just because you're in a state of having a difficult time receiving, right? So right now a lot of things are coming to us in that form. And as I'm saying that, you know what my go was recently? It was the whole moving thing, right? I was scheduled to move on October 28th. And in order for me to take this place that I really chose to have, I'm like, even if I have to move early, and early became that Friday, I found out I was getting my keys Monday. The movers came on Wednesday, right? And then I can't rest if stuff is all out of whack. So I'm like, I'm getting it together. My mom came and helped me. She was here every day, right? But literally 6 days, everything's put away. It was ready to go so I could relax, right? But that was my go. So one of the ways the spirit was speaking to me was through those ladybugs, right? And then numbers, we know about the numbers. Numbers were coming in very significantly too, just, you know, sevens in multiple ways. But anyways, I say all that to say, don't allow yourself to miss your messages. Allow nature, animals, numbers to speak to you. Okay. Oh, I love it. And look, speaking of seven, we had seven here, and then we have seven here. And it says, nothing has gone wrong. Nothing has gone wrong. So let's talk about that. Hey, Alexa. You guys follow Alexa too on Instagram for sure. She does these amazing. Okay, so I shared before, right? Because she was doing art. She was drawing flowers, and she sells these mugs with her art on them. That's beautiful. But lately, she's been doing the 31 days of Arttober, right? Not only is the art amazing, but her voice is so soothing. And then there's always a message that she's delivering that's so like practical and applicable, right? That's the word I was gonna say, applicable, but y'all know it's the same difference. To life, right? So check her out. It's really amazing. You're gonna enjoy it. I enjoy it. I love it. But anyways, nothing has gone wrong. Oftentimes we think about life, right? And we had this come up a little bit in one of those earlier cards, and we look at some of the choices that we've made, some of the things we've experienced, some of the storms we've created in our lives, right? And there's seven of you on right now, so there's that number seven again. But anyways, and we look at it with regret, we look at it with judgment, we look at it with sorrow even. And spirit is letting you know, when we talk about everything happens in your life, it serves your highest good. Everything has a purpose. Life is always working out in my favor. Nothing has gone wrong. It includes all of those things, right? It includes all of those things. All of those things brought you to this point and made you who you are. It made you who you are, right? So remember, nothing has gone wrong. Now, here's something to also remember. When you are saying everything that happens in my life serves my highest good, right? And you say, I'm turning it over and I'm surrendering. Make sure that in the back of your mind, you're not attached with a specific outcome that you're identifying as serving your highest good. Because oftentimes we'll do that. I told y'all I found myself doing it, right? I had a doctor's appointment. First of all, it was, how is there going to be traffic in the parking garage, right? I mean, why is it taking so long for me to park? right? That's first off. Then I go to the wrong floor. And when I finally get to the correct floor, I'm literally 1 minute past. Now, mind you, I got there with time to spare, but now I'm literally 1 minute late past the time that's the latest time. And I'm standing there like everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. Everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. And while I was saying it, I realized that to me, that meant they were going to see me, right? That's what that meant. And when I realized that's what it meant to me, I realized that is not the same thing. Everything that happens in my life serves my highest good is me turning it over and surrendering to whatever is happening in my life right now and knowing and understanding and being at peace with the fact that it serves my highest good, right? Now, mind you, I was going to these appointments because I had a cyst on my ovaries that was really large and we were prepping for surgery. Okay, so we asked some prayer and some manifesting and some intention setting and some energy work and all of that good stuff, right? And then right before we're supposed to have the surgery, we go and it's shrunk. We don't have to have the surgery now, right? Now, had that appointment, had I been seen, I would have been having an unnecessary surgery. At the time, it was necessary, but ultimately, Spirit took care of it, and no surgery was required because that was one of the things I said. Thank you for removing this. Thank you for, I'm not choosing to go up under the knife 50 million times, you know. So yeah, so there's one of the examples of how we can be attached to a specific outcome, and by being attached, we're not really allowing Spirit to move things in our favor. But when we can release attachment and just be at peace with whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, then we're allowing everything that happens in our life to serve our highest good, right? Everything. So yeah, nothing has gone wrong. You're exactly where your soul agreed to be. You're exactly where your soul agreed to be. And again, it's just coming in. You are perfect, whole, and complete. And so is your journey. So is your journey. I can actually turn this on silent now because I'm not expecting nobody else to have to be buzzed in. And then they didn't get buzzed in. They just follow folks in. So let's see what you all are saying. Oh, Alexa, it's my pleasure. I really enjoy your videos. It's amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Do you post on YouTube as well? Because I've never seen you on YouTube. That's why I always direct them to your Instagram. Because I've never seen you on YouTube. So, okay. So you guys, that is our general message for us as a collective. I'm so grateful that you're here. We're going to go into the reading section. And so now for those of you that are new, what that consists of is it's $25 per question or $25 per general reading. Deasia and Serbi have already sent in for theirs, so they'll be first. And whether or not you're getting a reading or not, I recommend you stick around because a lot of times the readings that are messages for others will resonate. And then oftentimes I'll actually do like pull more cards in between the readings, just depending on, So anyways, if you feel led to stick around, stick around. Oh, okay. So follow Alexa's YouTube too, you guys. She says she does. I just got back on here recently, but definitely planning on sharing more. Awesome. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, good. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. And if you are someone that's on and I'm just not aware that you produce content on your channel and you like to be followed, just put, follow me in the comments. And then that way, because some of you, I just may not know of your content, right? But if you do create content and you like your channel to be followed, then by all means, please share that. Okay. So, Deasia, were you doing a general or did you have a question? Were you doing a general reading or did you have a question? And who all is on with us? Let me know. Drop in the comments that you're still on and where you are joining us from, like what state. Well, Deasia, while I wait for you, I know what Serbies is. So I am going to go ahead and do Serbies first, okay? Okay. So Serbi, And it's 4:40. So about 40 minutes in is the marker point of where Serby can find her reading. Ooh, okay. Pull from the bottom. The cards are stuck. Wow, and the top. Okay. So, Serby, your first card is Blissed Out, number 19, which is also 10. You also have Choose Love, number 7. And I love the fact that it's saying choose love. And there's a woman on here that, if we were going to draw Deasia as a cartoon, that could very much so be Deasia. And there's the phone, you know, long distance. And then you have It Girl. Congrats on the feature, babe. It says All Eyes on You, 28, which is also 10. So you may feel led to look up 171 as well. Okay, so instantly when I saw the blissed out card, it's important that you are choosing something that makes you feel just an abundance of joy, right? Something that makes you happy, something that makes you feel fulfilled. When we're talking about choosing love, what can you do that is going to allow you to show up in that space of love where you're expressing love, right? And you're expanding love throughout the collective consciousness, right? And All Eyes on You. Well, you've started your channel. How have you been doing with that? Are you still consistent, right? I'm hearing advocate, right? You're definitely meant to be an advocate. Now, this is your overall, your long-term soul's calling, right? As it relates to what you are to do for your investor, it's still a matter of you choosing something that brings you joy, right? What can you see yourself doing every day as a form of income that allows you to put yourself in position to full on existing your calling, right? One of the things that's coming in when I think of this card here, I'm hearing less fortunate, underprivileged, right? But it's not coming in as when we hear those terms, we think in terms of money and living conditions that have to do with financial status and things of that nature. No, it's not coming in like that. It's coming in as those that are underprivileged and less fortunate to have access to healing, those that are only aware of the circle of which they were raised, right? Those that are still operating from that place of fear. All of the things that you've learned and that you've gathered, it's important for you to be spreading that, right? It's important for you to be spreading that. Also, the other thing that's coming in is for you to do some volunteer work. Veterinarian came in, right? And it felt really awkward. So I was like, huh? And then I was receiving volunteer work, doing some volunteer work that involves you being around animals, and particularly dogs, right? Particularly dogs. And as that's coming in, it's because it will allow you to nurture those animals and receive the nurturing from them, but also allow you not to take on adopting one just yet, right? And I just heard just yet, as in that may never happen. It may always be a thing of, volunteer work. So here's what's coming in. The thing for you to do, Serby, is to discover your calling and be 100% committed on a soul level, right? So when you begin to engage in what you're here to do, that pathway becomes more clear for you. It becomes more clear regarding what's next, right? I still feel like there's a little bit of fighting, right? Like a push and pull. It still feels like finances are a major factor. But if you notice, nothing about finances came up in these cards. And you made it clear that you were asking for guidance about career, right? Nothing came up about finances. So it's important. And as I saw this, as I said, that the green kind of stood out, but Spirit let me know that has nothing to do with money. That's her heart chakra. It's all about the love of it, right? It's all about the love of it. So it's important for you to determine, what do you really love? If you took money out of the equation, right? If you hit the lottery and were a multi-billionaire and money was never an option, what would you be doing right now? Right? That's your path. That's your answer. Pursue that, because the money will come, right? If that's what you're choosing, that will come. But it's about the love of it, right? It's about the love of it. And I just heard, for the love of service, right? That's what, okay, because there's a song that says for the love of money, but it came in as for the love of service. So yeah, so that's your message, Serby. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Stephanie, you're in Florida. Okay. Awesome sauce. And TK's in Atlanta. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Diamond, for still being here. Thank you, TK. Thank you, TK, for sharing the Cash App for the readings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Deasia, what are you receiving today? Are you doing a general, or did you have a question? Let me know. Okay, Tasha, you'll be after Deasia. And while I'm waiting, let's see, did Deasia already tell me? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card for the collective while I'm waiting for Deasia to answer that question. Oh, I'm feeling general, but okay, so we got both of these cards flipped out, and I like this one. I mean, it say boss up, and I just like the sound of that and the feel of that, right? But we also have in their shoes. So boss up, we have number 5, and in their shoes we have number 37. We keep getting 10s. 10s are coming up. So number one, sometimes spirit like to keep it short but funky, right? And literally boss up, it is what it sounds like, right? And it's coming in when you feel like people pleasing, or you feel like fear and judgment. Just boss up. Just boss up. What's the worst that could happen if you just show up as yourself, right? What's the worst that could happen when you just show up as you, right? What's the worst that can happen? You can have peace and joy, right? And life can flow and flourish, right? And when you feel in fear, when spirit has guided you to do something, instead of letting that fear control you, just boss up. Do it anyway, right? Do it anyway. Because when spirit is growing you, it's more often than not, going to stretch you outside of your comfort zone, right? More often than not. But it requires you to boss up. It requires you to just say, you know what? Let me put my big girl panties on. Let me strap up my boots and let me get to it. Because spirit is not going to guide me to do nothing that's not going to serve me. And where I am right now, even for those of you that's like, life is pretty good. Life is actually really good. Well, guess what? When spirit is guiding you somewhere else, it could get better. It can get better. And for those of you that are like, life sucks right now, find the gratitude in what is, but then boss up and let spirit take you out of that. It's just about surrendering and doing it anyway, right? Doing it anyway. Now, in their shoes, for those of us that have chosen to boss up, it's important that in all your bossiness, that you remember what it's like to be in the shoes of those that are struggling with bossing up, right? Because you were there once, I was there once, we've all been there, right? We've all been there. And that's where we show up with compassion. We put ourselves in their shoes and we see things from their point of view, from their perspective. And then we show up in that place of compassion. Because even if spirit is guiding you on what to say and how to show up, if you're in a state of judgment, you might be saying all the right things, but they're going to feel that. And I'm talking to those of us that are here to serve, right? And then you know what's going to happen? They're going to shut down, right? They're going to shut down. So it's about those that are living in fear to boss up. Let spirit guide you. Do it anyway. Let your commitment to follow the guidance you receive be stronger than any human hangups, right? And those of you that have bossed up and are existing in your bossed upness, it's important that you remember what it was like when you were struggling with that. Okay, so that's for us. And I love how it came in both ways, right? How it came in both ways, because there's always another side to that coin. So Deasia is not here letting me know something. So Tasha, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do yours next. Let's see. And I believe I saw that you put it in the. Did you choose to do a general, Tasha, or did you have a question? Okay, awesome. And you know what? I mentioned it in the comment today in the live. I'm looking forward to your introduction video when you have a moment, even if it's tomorrow. Go live and share your introduction so that the soul family has an opportunity to know who you are, right? Just speak from the soul and just title it #introduction. Okay. So, Spirit, what do you have for Tasha today? I both of those. Okay, just the one on top. I feel like this has come in before when we did your consultation, but I'm hearing the song Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. Ooh, that one just flipped right on over and pull from the bottom. Okay. So you have Joy, which is 27. And look, I matched the card today. You have Joy. You also have Let Your Light Shine, which is 45. And then this one came in reverse, and it's Soul Love, which is 33. Both your first cards equal 9. And then you have 33. Soul Love. So let's start with why Soul Love is in reverse, because it's coming in to do it like this, okay? So the Soul Love is in reverse because it's time for you to fall in love with who you are on a soul level. It's time for you to stop fighting against your gifts. And the way that you're fighting against your gifts is by doubting them, right? When you doubt them, you diminish them. It's time for you to start trusting and loving that aspect of you. When we speak in terms of fear, right? One of the reasons why we don't embrace our gifts is because of fear. That's what's coming in. I mean, it's multiple reasons, but that's what's coming in with you. There's a fear there, right? And it's lying in the wake of something scary, something, right? And when I say scary, it's a combination of things that go bump in the night, but it's also a combination of being unsure of what you're allowing in, right? So it's important to have a solid cleansing routine, and that consists of your spiritual baths. That also consists of, I have a protection video that's on the channel in the Soul Family. If you look up #protection, that video comes up too. So watch that, because that's a good way to cleanse and protect, right? It's a matter of just having a cleansing and protection routine in place, and also being able to release the fear and understanding that you're in control of what you allow in your energy field. And as long as you are cleansing, protecting, and being very intentional about what is able to connect to you and with you, that you'll be fine, right? Fear opens you up for the things that you fear, right? And fear is one of the low vibrating frequencies that's like food for those things that you may be fearing, right? It's also time for you to fall in love with yourself on a soul level, and that requires you getting to know who you are on a soul level. There's this energy of you've been existing with one foot in and one foot out. You've been existing in the frequency of who you've been taught to be and what the expectation is. And it's coming in as both an expectation of like parental figures, right? Parental figures, and that even includes people like teachers, right? And just elders. But then there's also a combined energy of societal standards as well, right? I feel like there's a lot of like push and pull and tugging where you're kind of like in multiple directions, which is also explaining the being exhausted, because as I'm doing that, it almost feels like you're just being pulled and tugged and you're just tired of being pulled and tugged. And so now, because you're at this moment where you're embarking on that next level, your rest is necessary, right? Your rest is necessary. Just take your power back, right? And I'm seeing like your arms in, pull your arms in and do one of these, right? And just nurture you. Nurture you, nurture your inner child, nurture the woman you are today, nurture you. Doing so with positive words of affirmation, doing so with sending energy to yourself. Like as I'm doing this, like literally sending love energy to your inner child. And even you in your 20s and you now, because there feels to be a lack of love, right? A lack of love that made you disconnect from love, right? A lack of love that made you disconnect for love and get in a space where you're okay, right? Okay, as in, I'm using air quotes because you're really not, but you've adapted and adjusted to a point of believing that you're okay without love, right? You're okay without it. And that's so not true. It's time for you to feed. It's time for you to feed your inner being, right? Your inner being with love. Okay. So let your light shine. That goes into alignment with what we were just talking about with your gifts, right? Allowing yourself to trust and know that you're not here coincidentally, right? As far as being connected with this group of light warriors, light workers, right? You too have gifts that are meant to be shared. And it's just about you embracing them. And when it's coming in, let your light shine, it's starting with just normal conversations where you would normally dim and you would normally hide and you would normally just kind of blend in. It's time to stop doing that, right? And also being in the soul family, start sharing. Just get on and go live and just share whatever spirit gives you to share. It's also a place to practice, right? So that when you are out in the world, you feel more comfortable with sharing and allowing your light to shine, because you have a lot of insight and wisdom. And that question of, okay, how would I know that? Is this me? Or right? Like let that go. Just be, right? And then joy. By you doing these things, it's going to lead you to this, that ultimate joy. And notice what all of these cards have in common, right? All of these cards have in common different versions of you and that light shining from within. And as that light shines within, right, it actually allows that light to be spread outside of you too. That's you sharing it with the world. You sharing it with the world. When I look at this card right here, I see the light shining out of you, but in order for that light to shine out of you, it requires you to be open to receive that light, right? And that's what happens when you embrace your gifts and you step outside of fear. You step outside of fear, right? You are protected. You're safe. It's safe for you to be you, right? And I'm hearing again things that go bump in the night. Cleansing your space. I know that came up before. If you've done it, it's time to do it again. And if you haven't done it, it's time to do it. Regularly cleansing your space. Okay, so now they're just going into, there's some things under the ground, right? That requires you to regularly cleanse your space. On top of the fact that I'm hearing like a moth to a flame, right? When you are a light, and you haven't set intentions and you're existing in that denial space, right? It doesn't mean that those spirits, those souls, and souls being both here in the 3D and in the spiritual realm, that they don't see you. Whether you're in denial or not, you're still visible, right? So when you're in denial and you're not being intentional with your gifts and with your light, you're attracting so many different things, right? Not just high vibe, but you're attracting that other stuff too, right? So it's time to embrace who you are. It's time to cleanse and protect, right? Your home, your space, and your physical temple, your body. So yeah, so that's your message. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. Um, let's see. TK said, damn, was the reading for Tasha or TK? Because OMG. Awesome. My pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Tasha said this is true. Deja said I got stuck in the supermarket, child. It's crazy out here. Okay. Awesome sauce. And those of you that are over on Facebook joining us live, if you'd like to engage in the conversation, go ahead and join us on YouTube, because I have the phone like down and I don't see what you're writing if you are typing anything. So come on and join us over here. So yeah. So Deasia, were you doing a general or did you have a question? Tasha, also it just came in. Your thoughts are things. Your thoughts, literally, they say your thoughts are things, Tasha. Be mindful of your thoughts and understanding how powerful you are. You know, as spiritual beings in this human realm, you have the power to create your reality. And that's done with thoughts, that's done with words, that's done with belief, that's done with action, right? And the starting point is your thoughts. So being mindful of your thoughts, right? Being mindful of your thoughts. Okay. Okay, Deasia, where you at, sis? Because I'm about to do general, because that is what I'm feeling. I feel like you got a few things that you like answered, but as I do the general, it's gonna be answered. But I'd like to allow your voice to. Okay, there. Thank you, general. All right, ma'am. General it is. Okay, Spirit. What do you have for Deasia? I heard good job. And we so proud. They are really on the songs today, because they're talking about you being an old soul, but they are singing it in. There's a song from back in the day. I'm an old fool, something like that. That might not even be the lyrics, but I remember a song back in the day that goes something like that. But they're saying you're an old soul, but it's like an 80s hip hop song that I'm hearing. So the first card you got is indulge, and it's number 50. Okay, indulge. And as that's coming in, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, what is the message? What are you telling the agent to indulge in? And Spirit is saying indulge in the sweet things of life, right? Indulge in those abundant things in life, right? Not finances, right? No. Indulge in what feels good. Indulge in knowing how powerful you are. Indulge in knowing that you could create the life you choose, right? Things are moving right along. Stay in that frequency of knowing, right? Stay in that frequency of gratitude, right? Don't allow life's happenings, those attempts that when you're on your square, it comes in and it attempts to take you off, knock you off, so you can fall back and be out of your power, right? Like the other day when you weren't home to be up and all of that, that was intentional. Like Spirit is like, you have stepped through the door of the zone. Now keep walking so that the zone is not just a part of your life, but you become the zone, right? Indulge in the sweet things of life, the feeling, the knowing, right? The gratitude, the joy, the peace, even though everything has not come together the way you would like it to. It's still important for you to see what is coming together, because through that gratitude, you're going to have even more come together, right? And I'm just super impressed with how quickly it flowed. Like just thinking back to group session, right? And just how you got in action immediately and look how quickly things started to come together, right? So being in that space of giving yourself credit to know what you're capable of. Think about the first time you attended the all-inclusive retreat, right? Think about how that was a creation of what you manifested. So you already know that you are a powerful manifester. It's about you staying in that knowing and pinpointing what's going on with you when you fall out of that. What's actually going on with you when you fall out of that? Because when you are in it, when you're in it, you be creating all kind of stuff. But then there's moments where you fall out of that. So what is actually going on with you when that happens? And you don't even have to go back to that space to identify that. You could just go within, right? Because stay in the zone. But knowing what's happening is so important so that you can make sure that as those things start to come back around, you detect the pattern and you can block it, right? Okay, pull from this deck. What else do you have for Deasia? I'm hearing I'm so proud of you. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I got excited about this card, but I did. Like what's that all about? But it says let go. I just heard let go and let God. Okay? Let go and let God. It's time for you to really just be all tapped into your divinity. Remember, you used to call yourself Daisy Divinity, right? Just be all tapped in. Let go. Let go. Let go of the trauma through forgiveness. Let go of the drama through I'm not choosing to be involved. Let go of the feeling responsible for things that you're not responsible for. Right now, Spirit is saying, worry about yourself. You see that little, worry about yourself. Focus on you. Just you. Just you. And building yourself up to where, again, that zone is a part of you. How's your spiritual cleansing going? How is your spiritual maintenance going? How is your spiritual dailies, non-negotiables going, right? Where are you on your path? What are some of the habits that you have that take you outside of that mind, body, soul alignment, health, right? Wellness, balance, right? It's time for you to do self-evaluating so that you are so prepped up, right? You are so prepped up while you're in this zone that when those things come to attempt to knock you off, you got this. You see it coming a mile away and you already ready. You done sicked your guides on it. Your highest light ancestors already there, right? And you just walking in your power, walking in your divinity, walking in your grace, walking in your peace. And learning to communicate. That's new for you. Learning to communicate. And as I say, that's new for you. The feeling behind it is not new, right? But it being delivered in that way is new for you. That's never come in, right? Learning how to communicate. And what does that mean? When you're not in peace, when you're expressing, that's not communicating. That's complaining. That's appearing in lack, that's appearing in doubt, that's appearing in fear, that's appearing in insecurities, right? So being able to bring peace to the table no matter what. Because no matter what, you know that you're okay. No matter what, you know your power. No matter what, you know that's what's for you is for you and can't nothing take that away. You're going to always be okay. You've been chosen to leave a mark. So leave it. Leave it. Leave it. You've been chosen to start now and be consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. What is the pattern that you possess, right? That has been active in your past, because we're not claiming it for now, that prevents you from being consistent? What is that? If you haven't identified it, identify it, because consistency is key. I was sharing with my girlfriend, I was telling you about that came over the other day. I was sharing with her how, I manifest my life. And so anything that is not in alignment with peace, it cannot be a part of my life, right? Because I create my life. And for me to be a creator, it requires me being at peace. And it's something that's important for you to bring into your existence, that your peace is your priority and no one is more valuable than your peace, because you're stepping into this zone, you're stepping into this arena. And while you're there, you're going to notice things like, okay, this is temporary. Oh, it's holidays. Oh, you mean it's not going to be permanent? And your natural response would be to be, oh no, I'm afraid. Now what? Right? Right now, prep yourself. Right now, be in that zone of Spirit's got me. And no matter what the outside life is looking like, Spirit is just seeing what you gonna do. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Are you gonna get afraid and ball up and you just gonna throw your hands up and just roll over and accept whatever, or are you going to boss up and tap into that power and create the life that you deserve, and understand that whatever is present that's no longer is because it no longer served you. But the moment you remain in gratitude, you remain in that state of knowing, before you even have a chance to see that door close good, that other door is open. It's your gratitude, it's your faith, it's your surrender, it's your action, your aligned action based on how spirit guides you that opens those doors, right? That opens those doors. And what I'm seeing, you know how when you look in a mirror, you look through a mirror with a mirror, and you know how it's just kind of never ending, like it just keeps going. That's how I'm seeing those doors, right? Doors are gonna close because they're not meant to be open anymore. But you're being guided to not dwell on those closed doors, to allow yourself to see before it's even done, all those doors open. See it first, right? As you see it first, and you know that my vision, how I see it is the key. How I see it is the key. Then there's no doors that are meant to be open for you that will ever be closed, right? I'm gonna pull one more card for you. Just look on the bottom of the deck is what I'm being told to do. Look at that. Nothing has gone wrong. Okay, so there you go. It's just important to remember that nothing has gone wrong. Those doors that close, that's because that's aligned with everything you manifested. Let it be. Let it be. Right? Let it be. Anything else for Deasia? Okay. Last thing. Stop forgetting the things that are priority for you, right? Consistency is key. Stop forgetting the things that are priority to you. Be committed, right? Because sometimes, so you remember when I was saying, I said like that, I don't even know where I was from just now. Remember when I was saying that Spirit said go live on Facebook too? And because I'm comfortable with the lives here on YouTube, I was like, y'all remind me, because it don't be intentional where you forget stuff. And when I say that, I know, because I'm like, okay, Spirit, let me remember. Y'all didn't remind me, but you see, I remember. But anyways, we can sometimes unintentionally, let me say unconsciously, put ourselves in a state of forgetting things that are stretching us outside of our comfort zone, right? It's just these little psychological mind tricks that we play on ourselves that be running in the background of our unconscious self, right? So it's important that you're aware that that is something that happens, and that you put things in place so that it doesn't. Like instantly when I shared that with y'all and I said, remind me, I knew I'm going to remember. And then Spirit, okay, thank you for me remembering. Because for whatever reason, I'm not quite sure. I ain't asking. I don't really care to know. I just know you gave me my direction. So I'm just do it. Whatever is meant to come from it will come from it. But we just going to do what we guided to do. That's good enough for me, right? You may feel led to ask more questions. That's fine too. But just consistency is key. And don't forget the things that are priority. That's it. That's it. That's your message. That's your message. And you got this. That's coming in. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. And this reminds me of your house in the sky. It just does. It reminds me of your house in the sky. So thank you, Deasia, for allowing me to serve you. Let's see. Deasia said, laugh all out facts. Yes, thank you so much. My pleasure. My pleasure. Deasia said, ooh, find a way to bring peace to the table. That's good. Yeah, it's priority. It's priority. Deasia said, I'm finally grounding that house in the city down here. Yes. Oh, yes. We were just talking about that, how you'll be able to create that peace, right? That peace is so good. So good. So yeah, that is your message. That is your message. I'm going to pull another card for us as a collective, and I'm going to do it from this deck. I had this deck earlier. Oh, shoot. Y'all, you know what? When my groceries got delivered, I got some fruit that requires the refrigerator. I got the AC on, so it's fine. I'm going to eat me some of that fruit when we get done. Okay, Spirit, what message do you have for us as a collective? And if anyone else would like a reading, let me know in the comments, and go ahead and send your Cash App payment, and then you'll be next. If no one lets me know by the time I'm done with this message for the collective, then I will be we'll be shutting down. It's 5:15, which is 11. Okay. We have number 43, which is 7. And it says create open space. Balance just being with doing. Emphasize arriving over striving. Now, giving to-do lists and goal setting a rest. When your schedule is very crowded, it crowds out your intuition. Create open space by squeezing minutes or even hours into your day with nothing pre-planned. Then let your intuition set the agenda. There's power in pauses. So this came up earlier, right? This came in the earlier message, and I love when it gets rounded off like that. But it's super important. And it came in, Tasha, in your message, but this is where, if you're not meditating every day, do it. Just do it. You're doing yourself an injustice by not, because when we talk about that pause, and there's so many benefits in meditating, right? I mean, and I'm not talking about guided meditations. I'm not talking about those. Those can be an addition too, but guided meditations, your mind is still being taken somewhere, right? They're good, but they're not to be standalones. I mean, where you are just breathing, focusing on your breath, inhaling as slow and deep as possible through your nose, exhaling as slow as possible through your mouth, right? It's important doing it that way, right? If you do other ways, that's good. Let it be an addition too. But what's happening is you're allowing yourself to release the things that are trapped in your energy field that no longer serve you, right? When you inhale and then exhale out your mouth, right? And being in that space of stillness and quiet, that's when you allow spirit to speak to you. You allow spirit to come in and guide you. You allow spirit to reveal things to you. And you're giving yourself an opportunity to elevate your peace. It's your disconnect. It's your recharge, right? Just being at home doing nothing is not enough for recharge. It requires you going into that space. And we used to say 5 minutes, like what was that, 2016? Because it was about creating the habit. But where we are energetically and spiritually, we're beyond 5 minutes. Love yourself enough to give yourself 30 minutes. You dedicate more time to other things. Why not you, right? 30 minutes. 30 minutes where you are allowing yourself to really get in that zone. And what you'll notice after breathing deep and slow like that, eventually your breath will even become still. You'll still be breathing, but I remember being in that state and feeling like, am I breathing? Because it even gets so peaceful, right? And calming. 30 minutes gets you in that zone where you're doing more than creating habits, but you're actually benefiting from the meditation. So yeah, create that open space. And I'm being guided to look on the bottom. Adopt and adapt intuitive rituals. Rituals are not necessary to access your intuition, but for some people, rituals may heighten, encourage, or focus intuition. Rituals can be as simple as lighting a candle, saying a prayer, placing your hand over your heart, ringing a bell, or sitting in a certain spot. Adapt the rituals of others, right? So some of the rituals that I've shared with you all are the protection and the cleansing rituals, right? That's a good one to adapt to, because to adopt and adapt to, because protection is everything. And it's not just about the things that go bump in the night. It's protecting yourself against energy of others that is not in alignment with your peace, right? Because energy is contagious. And no matter how high vibe you choose to be, if you're not protecting yourself, you are going to absorb some, right? You are going to absorb some. So protecting yourself helps you to not absorb so much of what's out there, right? So yeah. Hey, Alatha, we haven't seen you in a minute. Where you been, sis? It's good to see you. So yeah. So, Deasia, I did Survey's reading first, and when we were on Boxer, she informed me that she would like a career reading. So, I did Survey. Survey was the first one. It was at the 40 minutes we were into to Empower Hour, about 40 minutes in, to make it easy for her to find it. Although she may feel led to watch the entire Empower Hour as well. Okay, I'm just checking to see if anyone else sent for a reading. Okay. No, no, no. Well, that is our empower, you guys. And we did really good on the timing. And it's 5:20. TK, there go that 7 again. There go that 7 again. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for just being a part of our extended soul family. I really truly appreciate you. Oh, let me do our announcement. So you guys know that we have our day retreat February 3rd, 2025. We are pretty open for the day retreat. As of right now, we have 2 people that have registered for the day retreat. And because it's a day retreat, I'm feeling like 11 is a good number. You guys know that Sharon is a coach and Divine Source Energy Healing on the Ashford Scott Life Sculpting team, and she's going to attend as well. So 11 is a good number to be able to, she's attending and she'll be serving as well. It's a good number, to be able to make sure everyone gets that time and that one-on-one, like where we're able to take time with each person. And we are going to have a heavy focus on divine source energy healing, which is amaze balls, because a lot of times we're choosing to shift, but we got stuck stuff up in there energetically that's preventing that shift from being lasting. So to be able to get some of that worked about you, I'm excited, because y'all know Spirit don't be telling me what we doing until we doing it. So to know that, I'm like, ooh, that's a privilege. Okay. And then we have our all-inclusive retreat, October 2025 in Bali. And we have one spot. I changed the actual location as far as where it was going to be so we could have a few more people attend than what originally the space was going to hold. So I was saying 2, but that one of them 2 got taken. So we literally have one spot left for the Bali retreat. So if you've been guided, go ahead and secure your spot, right? Go ahead and secure your spot. If you and I have connected and you've had a consultation before, you don't have to do another consultation to attend, right? If you and I have never done a consultation, schedule your consultation and we can discuss getting you registered for a retreat. And if you know that Spirit's been guiding you to do a retreat and you're just like finances are an issue, let's get you reserved. Let's get you on a payment plan that fits into your budget. I'm going to be doing this as long as there's breath in my body, right? So you just make that payment until you're paid in full for whatever retreat you attend. And when you're paid in full, that's the retreat you'll attend. So don't let money be the thing that holds you back, right? Also, if you've been guided to either rejoin the Activating You mentorship or to join the Activating You mentorship, now is the time to do that. Schedule your consultation unless you've already had one. If you've had one, then just connect and we'll get you going, right? One of the things that you guys have heard me say is that I was led to do custom mentorship packages as well. So that's a thing. And then Sharon is actively coaching as well. So, there's that too. So between the 2 of us, you're going to get your life. You're going to get served. Okay. So reach out. If Spirit's been guiding you, go ahead and do it. Now is the time. Thank you, Deasia, for sharing that link. And whatever platform you're on, you can always find the link either on YouTube, it's usually the description. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, it's the bio, right? So check out the link. It'll show you where to schedule your consultations. And if you like a one-on-one private reading schedule, you can schedule that on that link too. So yeah. And if y'all haven't had a session with Jillian, she's the shaman on our team, I recommend you do so. It's amazeballs, y'all. I feel so fortunate to be serving alongside Jillian and Sharon because they're absolutely amazing. So yeah. And there's criteria to be on the Ashford Scott Life Sculpting team. So, and it's all Spirit led. You're not going to work with somebody that's not going to be up to par. So even if you don't work with me, you're going to get served. So yeah. Thank you, Alexa. Thank you. Oh, it's 2:22 where Alexa is. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. Now there's more people on. Look, I'm gonna pull one last card because we done got a few more people join us out of nowhere. Hey y'all, welcome. We about to be done, but welcome. Oh, it's 1:23. We've been on for 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 33 seconds. Oh, look, we got Soul Tree. And that sounds like sultry, right? Soul Tree. So what's the message here? Oh, we've talked about the whole trees, like your roots, right? For some of you where you've started your deep healing with activating you, right? Or REM, right? Your roots are there, but then as you grow, you build that trunk, and then you build those branches and those leaves, right? And then you start your communities, and then it's like we're just planting these seeds all over the world. But what I'm being led to do is focus on the picture here, right? Because look at that picture. So we see that top light, which just represents source, right? And then we see those wings, which represents your divine spirit team, your angels, your ancestors, your guides, right? And then we see your community. That's where you connect, and you are on your spiritual journey of healing, right? And elevation, and all of this light is pouring into you from source. And then you see the world, right? So this is literally the order, a visual of how spirit is directing us. It's like, be open to source, be open to your guides. And you see that bubble around it, it's your protection, right? It's your protection. Now, I know that what I'm looking at are not hands, but from a distance, it looks like hands. But the reason why I'm seeing it like that is because you're being held, right? You're being held. Just trust, just have faith, and allow your light to shine, and allow your divinity, your healing, and your growth to be shared and spread across the collective. So that's all. It's just the soul tree. It's time for you to connect, right? Connect and follow the alignment of what your soul agreed to, connecting with source, connecting with your guides, allowing yourself to connect with your community, and then allowing you to become that tree, growing those branches, spreading it, spreading the light to the world. And it's time to stop giving your energy to those that are not choosing to receive it. As light workers, we have talked about this. We oftentimes displace our energy because we're here to serve. So we start off serving aimlessly, blindlessly. We just serving everybody. We serving everybody that we can see their potential. We're serving everybody we can see there's a battle for their soul. And some people are like, guess what? I'm not ready this lifetime. You're just wasting your time. They're going to soak up all your goodness, right? Because you feel like sunshine. So they're not going to walk away. It's up to you to walk away. We're in a season now where we're being guided to only give that energy to those that are seeking it, those that are choosing it, those that are open to it, and those that spirit guides us to, right? That's it. It's time to preserve that. One of the things that spirit told me is, if you continue, this was years ago, right? If you continue to serve the way that you're serving, you are going to reach burnout, and you are not going to be able to serve on the level that you agreed to, the capacity, where the exact words, the capacity that you agreed to. So stop it. And that's what checked me. And I was like, okay, it wasn't easy, because some of the things that I was called to do, what my stop it included, was not easy. It was very uncomfortable. But when spirit guides me, I listen, right? So you're being called to stop it, preserve your energy, because you do have a calling. No matter how grand, how what you identify as big or small, right? There is no small level of serving. Serving is serving, right? Serving is serving. So no matter what the level of serving is, it's time for you to preserve that for those that you're called to serve. That's all. That's the message. That's the message. You see hands too, Deasia? Or ain't no mountain high enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. To keep me from you. But yeah, that's a beautiful visual. I'm grateful. And number 21 is number 3. So look up angel number 3, y'all. There's a message there. It's not a coincidence why we keep getting it. Yeah. Yep. So that's all, y'all. That's all. I appreciate you. I'm sending you all my love, and join us next month, the first Sunday of the month, 4 p.m. Eastern. We posted a guided meditation to help combat lack, and to help you increase your abundance, right? And abundance is not just about money. So check it out, y'all. We got a whole playlist with guided meditations. I recommend when you do the guided meditation that you do it for at least 21 days, because that's how long it takes the unconscious to rewire itself. You could do longer, the longer the better, consecutive days, but at least no less than, because otherwise it's just relaxing you. It's not really making a difference in shifting or reframing anything. So yeah. Oh, I love you too, Alata. Thank you. I love you too. We got to get you to one of these retreats too. So have your talk with spirit and have spirit clear out, because I know it's like a lot of moving parts for you. Clear some moving parts out, and eventually, whenever it's your time, let's get you there. And Stephanie, you already know. So I ain't even gonna say it today, but you already know. So yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm about to have some dinner and fruit. Dinner and fruit, like fruit can't be a part of dinner, like they two separate things, y'all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What y'all having for dinner? Okay, we done with Empower Out. Let's chat. I like our chat time too. What y'all having for dinner? What y'all having for dinner? The other night, so I'm a foodie and so is my man, right? And we be sending each other recipes. He be sending me recipes more often than I'd be sending him recipes. But he has sent me this Big Mac sloppy joe. So I made those the other night with fries. I love me some French fries. But anyways, I this morning I had taken the ground meat and the lettuce, and I just made me a salad out of it, and it was yummy. It was yummy. Ooh, TK having leftover oxtails and beans with rice, child. I'm saying child because that's what she said, but I feel it. You see, I said it like it was me. Now that sounds good, TK. FedEx me a plate. I was thinking about making oxtails soon because it's been a while since I made oxtails. There were Big Mac sloppy joes. It's not something I would have ever thought to make, but he sent the recipe and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make it. So I made it the other day. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I was telling my mom, I said, I'm actually gonna fry some Cornish hens tomorrow. Speaking of which, I forgot to take them out the freezer. And usually when I cook, it'd be an all day thing because I'd be cooking like my grandmother, And I had got these Kung Pao Brussels sprouts from Trader Joe's and some scalloped potatoes because I got it for me. Because now that I'm an empty nester, y'all, I'm like, okay, we're gonna be healthy, but we ain't got to be slaving in the kitchen like that. I don't mind slaving in the kitchen for him, but I don't require all that. So, anyways, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make them Brussels sprouts with dinner tomorrow with those Cornish hens. I feel like that's what I'm gonna do. Because last time when I was gonna make them, I had placed the order. They were frozen, so I was making mac and cheese and cabbage with them. So I made the mac and cheese and cabbage and stuff, but had to improvise with the meat. So I'm not gonna make that combo. But I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do them Brussels sprouts. Yes, yes, yes. I will share it with you, TK. I will share it with you. I'll inbox it to you. I'll just forward it to you because that's how he sent it to me. Are they? Now, child, don't tell me that. And so at first I was like, maybe it would be a good idea to make it first and taste it first. Now, do you doctor it up or do you just cook it as is? Because anytime it's something like that, I always doctor it up. But I will say with Brussels sprouts, I like my Brussels sprouts to be I like that sweet savory. But I did make some that was it was like creamy with it was a creamy sauce I made with it with cheese. That was real good. That was real good. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. What? Here it is. I'm thinking I'm about to take a shortcut. I guess a shortcut. I gotta be like I used to tell my boys, don't be going that shortcut on your way home. What? Do you doctor it up or do you just cook it as is? Maybe I won't. I got some broccoli in there too, and I got some potatoes. So yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh. Hey, English having shrimp, broccoli, lemon pesto, linguine. Ooh, that sounds good. Deasia said 2 slices of pizza. What kind of pizza do you have in Deasia? What? Oh, that's my mom who said it. What? What did I think? I saw Lady Love and I was thinking it was Stephanie. I thought it was Bagley. What, mom? Are you kidding me? What? That sucks. I'm gonna taste it though. I'm gonna taste it just by myself. What? I guess I could go ahead and log out of Facebook because we're not doing the Empower Hour no more. Now we just chatting. But y'all come over here and join us on YouTube. Um, that's crazy. Stephanie said thick pork chops, mac and cheese, peas, and bread, cornbread. I love me some cornbread. You when you make your cornbread, do you do it with honey? Do you do your honey butter? I was actually planning to do with the fried Cornish hens. I was planning to do like the lemon pepper. Oh, you know what lemon pepper is so good, y'all. Oh, it's called Lemon Stepper. Cedric the Entertainer. He partnered with somebody. That lemon, when I tell you it's good. So my uncle, he used to make my grandmother raisin bread, and there's this cinnamon sugar butter. I think it's cinnamon sugar. Land O'Lakes. He get that butter. He make her turkey bacon and then boil eggs and put the lemon stepper on it. So I started making it because he made it for me when my grandmother transitioned. I was there. He's like, "This was Mama's favorite breakfast." It's so good. But that lemon stepper, I even like it on watermelon, y'all. I know that sound real, whatever it sound, but it's so good. That lemon stepper is good. It's real good. English said, yes, it was delicious. Oh, depending on what you're making it with. Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm still tripping off of the fact that the Brussels sprouts and the scalloped potatoes are nasty. What? That's crazy. Diamond, you still here? What you having for dinner? Let me see. TK, I'm about to send it to you right now while it's on my mind. Let me see. Let me see. Let me be your angel. Let me go to it and send it right now. Okay, I just sent it to you on inbox. You know what I haven't made in a while is banana pudding. I haven't had made that in a while. And please don't bring me no box pudding, banana pudding. I don't even like people that do hybrid. Not the people, but the pudding. I don't like it when it's like a combination of scratch and the box. Like, don't put the pudding mix in it. I use the pudding mix in cakes. That's it. Not in banana pudding. Mm-mm. And a peach cobbler. Mm. I think somebody hungry, y'all. I'll be hungry in here before I be hungry in here. Shoot. But yeah. Yes, yes, yes. TK said I just ate a bagel with jalapeno cream cheese. Ooh, bacon and little grape jelly. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds good. We got some goat cheese, some caramelized onion goat cheese. I got some of that in there. From Trader Joe's, we got that with these crackers. My mom and I, that's really good. And I made that viral cucumber salad. I really like cucumbers with vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and my truff hot sauce. That's real good. Shake it up. I like it like that. The viral salad was okay, but that cream cheese that I used with it was real good. It was okay. I realized after I made it, I forgot to put the dill seasoning. I forgot to season it with dill because I was going by memory. I was like, "Mom, can you find it for me?" I couldn't find it. She couldn't find it, so I just went by when I saw the video. So I left out that one little ingredient. You made it in a bowl. Did you like it? See, that's why I feel like I might have left some things out. I saw the video one time, and yeah, because I was like, "Oh, it's okay." I think I could have did without the smoked salmon in it. I think that part I could have did without. And probably if I had seasoned it my way, you know, like how I would do it, that probably would have made it better too. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, well that is my mom said the blessing is that Trader Joe's will refund your money. Well then that sounds like a plan, Stan. I just might wow, you said there's no doctoring it up. It's this guy who talks about like, you know, Trader Joe's, you can get stuff, healthy stuff or whatever. And that's where I first saw the Brussels sprouts. So y'all remember when Trader Joe's used to be expensive? They have really lowered their prices, and I'm so grateful because I did not used to shop at Trader Joe's like that when they were expensive. You left out the salmon and capers and jalapeno and chives cream cheese. I did the chives cream cheese. Ooh, I didn't put jalapenos, but I like capers, so I did the capers. I really like capers. Hmm. Yeah, y'all. I swear, I feel like the big comfy couch. I feel like that little '90s show sitting here. I still have my pictures to hang. But other than my pictures hanging, everything is done. That's it. Just the pictures to hang. For real. Didn't she have pigtails? It is very comfortable. I normally would not have picked like first of all, I was choosing a sectional, right? But they didn't have no sectional that matched my comfort level. And man, this is so comfortable. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. And I was like, but the pillows are hideous, you know, because I wasn't like necessarily in love with the way it looked. And then she's like, oh, you can pick your pillow. So I picked these pillows to go with it. Um, and it just matches like the rug is so soft. Like I'm just all about sensory and comfort, right? But it has to look nice too, but sensory and comfort. And so anyways, I actually like it, but I got it because it was comfortable. That's what made me choose it, the comfort. And the pillows, it matches my pictures that I had with the other couch. I gave the other couches to the boys. So yeah. So they'll be taking it to their place. Good night, beautiful. Good night. I remember the red jumpsuit and that little blue hat, right? But yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I wonder what's playing at the movies. I rested all day yesterday. I mean, I was working too, but I was working and resting at the same time. Today is my Friday. But I'm like, oh, what's playing at the movies? Me and my mama haven't went to see a movie in a long time. And I know what's some stuff playing that I was choosing to watch that I haven't watched that might be leaving soon. So yeah. Mom, you don't feel like going to the movies tonight, huh? But I kind of feel like going out to eat too. Well, I feel like doing stuff. Now I felt reloaded. Now I feel like being in the streets with my mama. Not just in the streets with anybody, but in the streets with my mama. And so yeah. Well, I am not gonna keep y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get me some food in my belly and um call it a night. Oh, wait, let me ask you. I keep saying I'm not gonna keep it and I start talking about stuff. Have you guys watched Fight Night on Peacock? Kevin Hart and Taraji are like the two main characters, but it's like star-studded. Terrence Howard's in it, Samuel L. Jackson. It's all kind of people in it. Have you guys watched that? That is actually really good. We've been watching that. And then most recently I started watching House of Vicious with Tammy Roman. That's pretty good too. It's actually pretty good. No, they have, you can download because they have a free Peacock. The free one has commercials, but shoot. When we was kids, we had commercials. We used to have some bomb commercials. The 80s was the best. Don't y'all think, those of you that were around in the 80s? The best toys, the best catalog, holiday catalogs, the best snacks, the best music. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. I always say when you reincarnate, if you weren't here to enjoy the 80s, to be a child in the 80s, I would say manifest that. uh, banana moon. Oh, I don't like moon pies. When you said banana moon pies, I was thinking banana pudding. That's all. Ooh. But yeah, I don't like moon pies. I know a lot of people that do, but I don't. I knew it, Mama. I'm not going nowhere either. I just felt like it, but not really. Because I got on pajama pants. I don't feel like getting fully dressed. Deja said came 17 years too late. Yeah, it was a good time. A good time. Yeah, the toys were amaze balls. Yeah. But yeah, those are the two shows that I'm into right now. Is and Tulsa King just started. That's a show that me and my love watched together. So yeah, we didn't start it when he was here. He's like, we'll give it some time to build up. I'm like, all right. Yeah, they had this one post. It's like, if you know your girlfriend, what two dates, or no, what date would she choose? And they list all these things, right? And so I sent it to him. I said, which two would I choose? I said, I'm putting two because they were equal and I couldn't pick between the two. I just knew he was gonna pick beach day as one of them, right? Tell me why he got them right. He got them right. I mean, one of them was obvious. It was movie night because I love when we have our movie nights and cuddle and stuff. But the other one was stargazing. And I'm like, when did I ever indicate that that would be equal to, like, that would be equal number one? Like, I just knew he was going to pick beach day. I talk about the beach way more than I talk about stargazing, but he got him right. I was impressed. He think he know me because he be getting it right. I'm going to have to find something to stump him. But yeah, stargazing. Stargazing is amaze balls. You know, because the movie night you get to cuddle and snuggle up and it's fall now and watch good movies. And stargazing, you get to be one with nature and you get to talk. You know, one, you don't really talk. You get to lay there and just gaze at the stars and breathe it all in, right? But how did he even know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. Love you. Have a good rest of your night. I'll talk to you later, alligator. And if you are someone that is joining us for the retreats or you like to talk about the mentorship, connect. If you have not had a consultation, schedule a consultation. If you have, just reach out and we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen, Captain. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to this, y'all. I'm looking forward to, I always look forward to the retreats, but I've never been to Bali. It's been on my list of places to visit, you know. Thank you, girl. Yes, I'm enjoying it. And you know what's amazeballs is it stays clean, right? It's like, yes. I'm not even gonna hire a housekeeper no more because it's like super easy. Like it's, I'm done investing in a housekeeper. I'm done. But with my boys and I being together, it definitely was necessary, you know. So yeah. But enjoy your night, you guys. I will see you on the flip side. Good night.